Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this week's episode of Mocktail Minutes. This is Bailey.
And this is Brianna.
This week, I'm going back to the swoons, half lemonade, half tea, a good OG.
I haven't had one of those in a while.
Well, I forgot to cancel my Thrive subscription, not cancel it. I usually just edit it before it sends, and I did not do that. So I got a bunch of things.
You're like, which is all kinds.
Mhm.
I'm doing, these are new, a friend brought them to me. They're called they're by Body Health and they're called Perfect Amino. I don't know if you've heard of them.
No.
I looked up their website. I think they're backed by Mark Hyman and a couple other biohackers and stuff. It's just aminos. It seems fine. I mean, they're really expensive. So I'm kind of just like, I don't know. I don't think you need them. And they taste okay. They taste better than the Kion aminos, if you've ever had
Okay.
those.
I've never done any aminos, to be honest.
I hate them so much. They're horrible, the Kion aminos.
Huh.
Megan really likes them. She's like, I love
Yeah.
them.
I didn't even know they had a taste, to be honest.
They're expensive too. I have two brand new bottles of them that I'm like never gonna use these because I literally I can't do it. So I
Yeah.
think they taste better than that, but they're also like $80, I think, for like a small travel pack. I'm like, oh, that's
Cool.
probably don't need that, but
Yeah.
not gonna kill you.
Yeah. Well, today we are talking about DEXAs and InBody scans. They can both be useful tools to kind of help track your progress beyond just like, oh, here's how much I weigh. So we'll go into both of these, explain what they are, and kind of go into the pros and cons of them and how to make them like the most reliable.
Yeah. So DEXA, it stands for Dual Energy X-ray Absorpmentary. Any word that ends in mentary, I have a hard time. Like calomentary, absorbimentary, anyways. So this is considered, I think, like the gold standard for measuring body composition. It uses really low dose X-rays. It scans your entire body and it measures your bone mineral density, your fat mass, and your lean tissue mass all separately. And then it also provides like a regional rate breakdown to see, like, for example, how much muscle is in your legs, how much is in your arms, and then how much is in your trunk. Because I think one thing people don't know is like your organs and stuff count as like your lean tissue,
Yeah.
like muscle. And so, that could be really variable, right? Like some people have larger organs, that sort of thing. So it really gives you a breakdown of like how much muscle is in different parts of your body. And then it's usually the one that's used like in research when we're talking about body composition changes. They're using this machine. It's like thousands and thousands of dollars. It's less
Yeah.
accessible than an InBody.
Yes. I think they're usually about $100
Yeah.
every time you get them. I've never gotten one before, but I'm looking at a company nearby that I want to get one. InBodies are definitely a lot easier to get. You can often find them for free at many places. InBody is bioelectrical impedance analysis, BIA. So you can also do like the bioelectrical impedance analysis at home. There's lots of scales for those. If you are going to look for one of those, by the way, I would make sure you get one like with the arm piece too, not that just goes through your feet.
Yeah. So
because
just both.
yes. So it sends a small electrical current through your body. Like you're not getting shocked, you're not going to feel it. And it measures how easily that current travels through tissue. So fat, muscle, water all those conduct electricity differently. And it uses this resistance to estimate your body composition. So it's a little bit quicker. It's easier. It's not invasive. It is a lot cheaper, but because there are pros and cons to both of them.
Yeah, I would say the DEXA is more accurate. So there's only like a
Yes.
1 to 2% in accuracy, whereas the InBody is like 3 to 5, meaning if I did an InBody today and then I did an InBody tomorrow, there could be like a 5% difference. So the InBody is a little bit, yeah, right. It's a little bit less accurate. It's a lot more accurate than other things that we have. So like if it's your only option, it's not bad, but it is really impacted by hydration status simply because water. So the more water you have in your body, electricity runs through it quicker. And so it says, oh, there must be less body fat because this electrical whatever is going through the body quicker. So if you're dehydrated, like I know a lot of gyms will do it like after you've worked out, which I'm like, you're gonna be dehydrated. So like there's people who have like done it and then gone and drank a liter of water and come back and there's 7% less body fat after they've drank it. So as long as you're doing it consistently every time, it's still data you can use. Just know it could be easily impacted by certain things. Whereas like a DEXA, places will have protocols, but it doesn't really matter your hydration.
Mhm.
It's not really going to mess with it. But yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's really good at showing fat distribution patterns. Your DEXA will be.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a small radiation exposure, but it's very minimal. I think that's not
Yeah.
something I personally worry about. I'm not out getting x-rays all the times or anything.
Yeah.
And usually you do have to make an appointment with the DEXA. I think that's important. But the more you look into it, you probably have a place that's near you, and you want to make sure it's a DEXA for body composition, not just like bone density.
Yeah.
There is a difference. So doing that, but and it's not to say like InBodies aren't accurate.
Yeah.
I think with
They're, yeah.
anything, no matter what you use, as long as you're using kind of like the same tool to measure,
Yes.
then it's still giving you data.
Yeah. It's
And
like if your scale at home is 5 pounds heavier,
yes,
but you're using it all the time and you're seeing changes on it, even though you don't know your exact weight, you're still losing or gaining. You know what I mean? Like you still
yeah,
track it.
you're using the same form of measurement.
Yeah.
And so I would say use a DEXA if you want more like highly accurate baseline measures. If you want some data on like regional fat distribution and bone density, and to track changes over a few months. InBody, you could probably do more frequently, and
Mhm.
it's going to give you a little bit quicker feedback. It's not going to take as long. And it just gives you a general overview without needing a lab scan.
Yeah.
And there's things you can do to make them like the most accurate. Like I wouldn't eat before. I would do these kind of fasted first thing in the morning, like empty your bladder, hydrate
Mhm.
normally, like don't just go crazy that day or that morning. Kind
Yeah.
of keep things pretty consistent, and don't do like a heavy workout like 24 hours before. Avoid like any heavy exercise or sauna or just like heavy sweating in
Yeah.
general, because that can kind of alter the results. And like when you think of exercise, sauna, or like heavy sweating, they're going to affect your hydration status, which
Yeah.
changes that electrical resistance readings. So that's why it
Mhm.
can affect it. The same thing with like alcohol or sodium. So alcohol or high sodium meals the day before can cause some water retention shifts.
Mhm.
Overall, you just want to keep things as consistent as possible.
Yeah. Protocols matter. Just be consistent. And yeah, the InBody, much more accessible, much less inexpensive. I know some states have like certain laws about DEXAs too, so that can make them a little less like some of them you need a doctor's referral, which I think companies get around it because they just have like a doctor on staff. Or I think if you go to most universities, they have one because they use it for research, so you can get around
Yeah.
that. So if you like, I live by like UT Austin has a really nice one, and like you
Mm-hmm.
can go pay and use it, and you don't have to have a doctor's referral because it's for research. So that's an option
Mm-hmm.
too. But InBody, cheaper, less accurate, but you could still
Track
track your
trends.
changes.
Mm-hmm.
You're still getting data. It's still helpful to see. Be consistent about it. DEXA if you can. And I say DEXA like I think every 6 to 12 months. Like I don't think you need to get them much more than that. But I mean
Yeah.
you can. I mean they say it's safe to get like every 3 months. Like it's much less like x-ray than like even getting like your teeth at the dentist,
Mm-hmm.
like whatever. But for me, I'm
Yeah.
like 3 months, unless you're really like doing all the things, is that enough? Like they're
Yeah, that's
expensive.
what, because I'm like, if you're not doing all the things, like you might just make yourself more stressed. Like 6 months can be good.
Yeah.
And honestly, I wouldn't do even the InBody, like I wouldn't do it before a month. I would give yourself a minimum of a month before you're checking in.
Yeah.
And I think it's more exciting when you see kind of like a bigger fluctuation rather than just a tiny change.
Yeah. Yeah. It's exciting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both are useful. Both can be helpful to track trends. If you're going to do it, to get the most accurate, hydrate normal, do it fasted, do it first thing in the morning, avoid heavy exercise, anything like that. So that way you have reliable data, but knowing your body composition, having at least 70% lean muscle mass is a great goal to work towards as a first step.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's awesome.
All right. Let us know if you want us to dive deeper in this topic. We wanted to do just like a quick and dirty DEXA versus InBody because we've talked about InBody a lot, but we don't really talk about DEXAs. So we just wanted to compare them for you guys this week. And we'll be back next week with a brand new episode.
Bye.
Bye.